Hello guys, welcome back to a new video on the Wanna channel where we talk about everything Fortnite Creative related. Today we're going over the item remover device and everything it has in store for us. Basically how this device works, it can just remove any items from your inventory when it's triggered. So let's get right into the video. You can find this device right up here in your creative menu in your devices tab. If you just search it up right here, it's item remover, and you should find it right here. Click place now, and you can place your device down just like that. Once your device is placed, you can go right into the settings of it. Make sure you're on the 4 lines, and then let's go through this. First one here is enable during game phase. Do you want to enable during none of the time, all the time, pre-game only, or the gameplay only? Up to you of when you want to enable. Next one here, affected items. This is what items are affected. You can do the items in the device, all items, weapons and consumables, separately, and building materials and game resources. So basically, if I go to my creative menu and I go to my weapons area, I can pick whatever weapon I want in the player's inventory. So if I click the, let's click a flapjack and a lever action. So I'm gonna grab 2 of each of those weapons. These weapons are the weapons we're gonna be able to pick up, and all you have to do is take these weapons right here and drop it right into the device, and should it get sucked up just like that. You can drop this one too, and just like that, they're both now in the device. And you can click affected items in device. So this will remove whatever items are in here. It will remove it from the player's inventory. If we go in here, the next one over here is all items. So this is just basically ignores whatever's in here. And once this is triggered, it removes all the items from the player's inventory. Next one here, weapons and consumables. It will get rid of all their weapons and consumables. Pretty simple. This will get only rid of their weapons. This will only get rid of their consumables, and this will only get rid of their building materials, which is basically your mats, just like that. That's just getting rid of your mats. And the last one here is game resources. This is like if you have any like of consumables. See if you have any like rough ore or like any of the things that go in this line of their inventory, it will get rid of all the stuff like that. I'm going to keep this on all items and devices, and yeah. Next one here is amount to remove. How much of that thing do you want to remove? So if you have it on items in device, this setting does not even matter. But say you have it on all items. How much do you want to remove of their items? Do you want to remove 100%, which is everything? Do you want to remove 75%, 50%, or 25%? My bad, setting can actually be used with this one. If this is on items in device, say you place like a shockwave in the device, and then you can get rid of 100% of the player's shockwaves, 75% of their shockwaves, 50%, or 25%. So you can decide how many shockwaves they will lose. I'm going to keep it like that for now. You can choose whatever you want for your specific game mode. Moving on to removal method. This is just the method of the items getting removed from the inventory. Do you want them to just delete and vanish? Do you want them to drop? Or do you want them to drop on previous ground? This is basically, it'll delete them. This will basically just drops the guns, or it'll drop at the previous ground, like where you were before. I'm going to keep mine at delete. Next one here, remove all variations of the selected item. So this is all variations. So say you have like the golden lever, as in our example. Say you have this golden lever right here. It'll remove all the variations of a lever. So say you have a golden lever, and then you have a gray lever, just like this. So if you have these 2 weapons, and you have a gold lever in it, and if you tick this on, now it will remove all of the types of levers in your inventories, all the different kind of colors of it, of that specific item. Next one here is activating team and allowed class. The activating team is the team that can activate the device, of course, and the allowed class is what class is allowed to use the device. It's basically activating team and activating device. Next one down here is apply to, and you can apply this to an instigating player, a player's whole team, a player's whole class, or all players. So if someone triggers this can be effective. This can affect all players, only the instigating player. So instigating player means only the player that triggered it, it will apply to. The player's whole team, it will apply to when they trigger it. So that means if you have like a player on a certain team and the player does something to mess up their team, their whole team will have to suffer for losing items. Next one here is player's class, same thing as team. And yeah, next one here, play audio. Do you want to play the audio when you lose your items? Yes or no? Pretty simple. And I would recommend renaming this device so it's easier to find when you're trying to do it. When you're trying to work on your functions in events. Speaking about functions and events, let's go over to the functions tab. And here you have of course, your enable and disable. It's on like every device is creative. Then you have your remove. So enable, disable, and then remove on a certain channel. So say whenever I click a button, it will remove it from my inventory. So we're gonna grab a button from our devices tab, just like this. And we're gonna rotate this button. Oh, I'm gonna rotate this. And we're gonna expand this up a little bit. And I'm also going to get an item placer to place this item down. Okay, we're going to grab 1 and 2 of those so we can grab these items and I can show you how this works. So let's drop this in here. Let's drop this in here and let's make a copy of this and clear items. And we're going to drop in our gray lever. There we go. Now we have our 3 items in our item placers so we can test this out. Put them over here. Okay, now we just have to link up the button with the item remover. So basically to do that, let's go to the item remover, go to our functions tab once again, go to the remove area, select device, click on button, and then it should set it to on interact. You can click OK, and then that will save. If we go over to our events tab, there's no events for this device, unfortunately. I wish there was an event that said when removed, send a channel. I wish that was one, but unfortunately it is not. So let's start the game and see how this works. Okay, we're in the game. So now let's pick up our weapons. We have all 3 weapons. So if you click this button, it will remove those 2 weapons from our inventory. The thing is, it didn't remove the gray weapon because we ticked off that setting that said do not remove all variations of this weapon. So we still have our gray lever with us. And that is it for the item remover. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if this did help you. And if you would like to support me in the Fortnite item shop, use code peeper, P-E-E-P-E-R. And if you would like to pick up the merch, it should be right below this video, and it will support the channel a ton. You can also use code MONEYOFF when you're checking out for 10% off your order. Once again, thank you all for all your support on the videos. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Peeps out.